Welcome to Twin Talk. Twins by birth.
Widows by choice.
I just think we should appreciate Taylor's t-shirt just for the overall vibe of today's episode.
Wow.
That's right. Today we're talking about
Aliens.
Let's Storm Area 51.
Oh.
So, do you remember the Let's Storm Area 51?
Oh my god. Yes. It was like a massive movement. Everyone was going to go
I feel like I was in high school when this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 2019.
Oh
Or
my
maybe
God.
not even high school, I mean out of high school. But like it was a massive thing and it like just kind of kept brewing and blowing up. I completely forgot about it until the other day.
Like we're in a small country town in Australia. And we heard about it.
And yeah, I was just like, I forgot that happened. So I did a bit of a deep dive and watched like a documentary about it, and I was just like, I need to like just remind Taylor of this. 2019. Okay, so basically, if people don't know what Area 51 is, it's like this military airbase in Rachel, Nevada. And there's a lot of conspiracy about it. There always has been that this is where they store evidence of aliens. Anyways, basically what happened was this guy named Matthew was, I don't know, a little bit of a nerd, kind of spent a lot of time at home on his computer, and he had this Facebook like shitposting meme account, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had quite a few followers on it, and he just loved it. It was his outlet. He just like posted memes all the time that like were funny, that he thought were funny. Anyways,
Love a good meme.
he was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, and there was someone on there discussing a facility inside of a mountain. I don't know if it was like they named Area 51 directly, or they were kind of sounded ambiguous about it. I haven't listened to the Joe Rogan podcast. And basically the guy was discussing how there is a facility in the side of a mountain where he went to or something, and he basically saw these like big discs or like UFOs in it. And so this guy Matthew just kind of went on a bit of deep dive about like Area 51 and aliens and the conspiracies behind that. And in his Facebook shitposting, he thought it would be funny to just like make an event, a Facebook event that's called, I think it was called like Let's Storm Area 51. They can't stop all of us.
It's so funny.
Anyway,
I don't know, it just went viral.
within 3 days, 10,000 people said that they were attending.
What would you do with this stuff? You're like, oh my god.
Well, he just thought it was kind of funny, like, at the start. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, I wasn't expecting there to be, like, 10,000 people there that were going to attend this event. But it just got shared and spread on Facebook, and a lot of people just, like, said they were attending, I think, just as, like, a pun, and it became a bit of a joke. But then there were a lot of people who were, like, avidly saying, like, we're going to storm Area 51.
Oh my god.
So it attracted people from all around the world. I mean, people from Australia, like,
Yeah.
said that they were going to go. There's a guy from Australia did actually go there.
No.
I don't know if he was in America at the time or he literally flew to America to go,
Oh.
but I'm not sure. Anyways, so it started getting a lot of traction, and he kind of started getting like a bit worried about it. Like, oh my god, are people taking this really seriously? Like, are they actually going to go there? So like, ease the tension, he made a joke that like people could like Naruto run and like storm it. Do you know what Naruto run? You know what that is? Like when they have their arms behind their back and they run forward. Anyways, so he was trying to like relieve the tension to make it like, you guys, this is a joke. But it just kind of added to the lore, I guess, and so like it made it more funny, and then it got more traction, and then more people were interested, and then it just like escalated, and then like a surplus of memes became like people were making memes about this, especially about Naruto running. And someone actually made like an attack plan in Microsoft Paint. Like, they got a like bird's eye view image of the facility and then made like an attack plan, and then with that an attack plan people kind of made memes, so there were like sections of different variety of people like that were going to be in different spots to storm, and it was like where they were going to go and storm the facility. And these people were Naruto runners. They had a section for like anti-vax kids. They had a section for Kyles with like monster drinks and stuff, and they had like a section for Karens. Anyways, they had lots of different sections where those specific type of people were going to be grouped, and then that was a certain like attack route they had to follow.
That's so
Anyways,
funny.
so by day 12, it had grown from 10,000 to over 100,000 people on Facebook saying that were going to attend the event. I mean, like Vice Media jumped on board, and they were doing interviews with people. Like everyone was starting to talk about aliens again. Like it kind of started a conversation about the conspiracy, about aliens, about people's experiences. Like it was all over the news. And then Matthew ended up on the news. Like they did an interview with him, and he showed up in a full like Naruto outfit. And it's just this guy with like really long hair and a bit of like facial hair.
Oh
and
my
it's
god,
just like,
I gotta see this.
do you want me? Okay, I'll try and find a photo.
This is so funny.
Hold that.
Action News, elevating Las Vegas, live at 11.
Tonight, the man behind the viral idea to storm Area 51, the secret in the Nevada desert, is hoping that no one gets hurt. Good evening, everybody. I'm Trisha Key.
And I'm Ty Quinones. Now, he says people have written to him on Facebook saying that they are willing to die to get on that base just about 2 hours north of the valley.
13
Like-
investigative reporter Joe Bartels is live tonight. Joe, the number
As many people as there were that were like joking about it, there was a lot of people that were like generally serious about it.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I don't want to watch too much more of that because
Oh
it'll
my
give away the content
God.
of the video. But yeah, so that's what he looks like for
That's
reference.
just crazy, like actually thinking about it, like how someone just posting one thing has had that effect, the domino effect of all these people going to storm Area 51.
Oh, like massive effect.
Oh my God.
And this town, mind you, is quite small. There's like one motel restaurant there. With the capacity, I think it has 10 rooms and some camping spots available. And that's all. And like,
I didn't even think about
it's
that.
a really rural regional town. There's like nothing there. It's like desert mostly. The local like publican of the hotel, she was just randomly chilling, and suddenly her phone started going off and kept going off and kept going off. In 24 hours, 500 camping spots had been booked.
Well, she just went bankrupt that.
It was like in June, and it was like just a random day, and then it was just like, yeah.
She's like, what is going on?
She didn't really know what was going on, but she was like, okay, fuck, I guess I'll make some money. I'll just 500 camping. Like, I don't even know if she had the capacity for that many people, but she's like, I'll make it work. Anyways, the law just kept growing. So, Area 51 porn started being made.
What?
As in, like, people on Pornhub were doing, like, alien scenarios. Aliens were sexualized.
Oh my god.
Aliens became extremely sexualized. Clap those alien cheeks, I believe, became, like,
What?
a saying.
Some of those alien chicks became a saying. Are you
There
sure
were like
about that?
memes made about it. The porn was being made. Okay, it got to the point where
What? Like those alien chicks.
I can't remember if Matthew reached out or someone reached out to Matthew to run events, like music events. And so he was like, well, there's all these people coming, let's have like a concert or like a rave. So they started planning like
Oh, that's smart.
this kind of event to happen. Yeah, so they started thinking about stuff like that. And I don't know if that was because Matt was also trying to take away the seriousness of the situation and be like, well, if all these people are coming, like, let's give them something to do and not raid for Area 51. Maybe that was the idea.
Yeah.
But then there was also a lot of beef in the town, in the local town, because these people were very isolated. They lived out there because there's no one else out there. Like,
Oh.
it's a very small community, like tiny community. So the publican was having beef with other community members who were generally concerned that these millions of people were going to show up to their town with nothing and like either trash it, or there wasn't going to be enough
Yeah.
resources for them.
That is a
They
concern.
were putting up cameras. They were putting up like, they were freaking out and they were really against it. They were like, "What are you doing?"
Like,
So
I,
then,
I understand that though. Like, imagine all like hundreds of people just come up to your town. There's not really that many places. Yeah, you can watch.
it's like there's not enough facilities for that many people.
Yeah, and like the safety as well. Like,
Yeah.
Is there any like police out there?
Oh.
I mean, it's Area 51, so maybe they have like a whole heap on the actual place.
I mean, there's local police, but there's not many. I don't think they're really equipped for that kind of thing. So,
but on
yeah.
the base, surely.
well, yeah, there are people at the base, but that's not, there's like local police enforcement and then there's like the military.
Yeah.
So basically, the military, like the Air Force, were not happy when they found out about this. Obviously, they had big concerns. People started showing up at Area 51 just like preemptively because they were like checking it out. So they were already getting people, like
Sussing
random
the
people,
vibe.
like coming and trying to check it out. And these people have been licensed to shoot.
Mm.
The people who are protecting Area 51 have been given license to like, if someone approaches and does not back down, they have to shoot them.
That makes it so much more sus, man.
Yeah, and so Matthew is kind of starting to freak out now because he feels like people are at a general risk of getting shot and killed.
God, you wouldn't want that on your conscience.
Well, on your conscience, but legally, it's your it's becoming his like duty of care. Like, it's become his responsibility because
Can't you just
he's-
cancel the event on Facebook?
Well, this is what I thought. I thought there were so many opportunities for you to just cancel the event.
Yeah.
But he didn't, because I don't know this guy. He seems really sus. He's like, no, I didn't really want anything to hurt. It was just like, I just like, it was a bit of a joke. But I'm like, then why did you keep it going?
I
Like,
probably didn't even like.
I mean, surely he
Didn't
deleted
even
it.
think
Someone
about
else
it.
might have created an event, but it would have like lost its spark, in my opinion. Anyways, Matthew is kind of like, yeah, I don't really want it to get this far, but like, I don't think he's really taking any action. Anyways, suddenly he's at his friend's house, his mum's home, and the FBI show up at his mum's house. And his mum's like, you need to get here. So the FBI come to his house. He comes back from his friends. He's like visibly shaking. He's so scared. He's so nervous. He's like,
Oh.
how much trouble am I in here? Now, these FBI agents, they're like seriously asking him a lot of serious questions because they're trying to consider, is this an act of terrorism?
Yeah, I was thinking that before. Like,
The military were also really afraid that people would use this as an avenue, because if there was millions of people showing up as a joke or even just to storm Area 51, there's going to be people in there like purely to collect intelligence, like information. And how do you source out? Because this attracted a variety of people, like the weirdest, funniest, most random people. How are you going to tell who's harmless and who's here to get like undercover information to get about the facility? But millions of people are saying they're going to attend. So the FBI, the State Department, US Marshals, Air Force personnel, they're all collected to meet. And they had this massive meeting to plan how they were going to handle this situation before it like got worse, because
couldn't you make him like delete the post or something?
well, I think it's like too far gone at this point. I don't even know if he deleted the post. He could have, but it came to the point where like, yeah, they were really scared. Like, their biggest worry was that there was going to be people that would infiltrate the, say, nerds to take advantage of the situation to get intel. So, yeah.
Oh my god.
Matthew had literally people messaging him with images of weapons, like talking about their preparedness. So he's like, okay, now he started to talk to lawyers because he's scared that people was gonna like imitate him and that cause harm. He would get into trouble. They were scared that people would die out there. That people were gonna go out there with fucking weapons. Like, he was like, okay, now I'm some serious shit. There's no backing out now, because he could I'm sure, like, at this point he could have deleted the event, but the momentum, the law that it created,
The law. Oh my god.
it was too far gone.
He's really
But
done
he
the-
originated it. Like, his kind of, I feel like it falls on his shoulders no matter what.
That's so insane.
So what he does to try and diminish the situation and get off the responsibility is he doesn't cancel the event, he renames it to Alien Stock. So he's
like
going
Woodstock,
like, we're gonna do a music concert, everybody's gonna get there, they're gonna have a big raving party. So that's where the other guy originally kind of came in, that was talking about like how I think he manages DJ events or something. So he renames the event to Alien Stock to try and like redirect the vibe. But then it just got kind of like even more media attention as well from that, because people were not knowing what was going on. So no one knew what was going on behind the scenes. Like, you're just on Facebook, you're all joking
He
about
doesn't know what's
Storming
going on.
51. Suddenly, with no information, it's changed to Alien Stock. And everyone's like, what the fuck is Alien Stock? Okay, is this going to be like a music concert? And then, so big brands also like jumped in the hype. So there was like, people were using this like in their advertising on television, Alien Stock, and just like aliens in general, which obviously didn't help. And then this guy Donnie just like came out of the blue, and he's
Donnie
like
Darko.
works in like Las Vegas or something. The guy who I mentioned earlier, who helps run events, that's who his name is. His name is Donnie. So he like really jumps on board now, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna really help run the show. We're gonna create a music festival.
Iconic.
Yeah. So when it went out there was going to be Alien Stock, all these artists were offering to perform. Like Lil Nas X said that he would perform. And then Pornhub offered to like sponsor the event.
Why are they so
Um,
obsessed with it?
I don't know, like a lot of these big brands were offering to sponsor it. I think it was like Bud Light was offering to sponsor it. Because the thing is that they were now doing Alien Stock, but this was just a guy called Matthew who had no money. So they were like, Donnie was obviously trying to get sponsorship so that they could pay for musicians, a stage, toilets, everything that you would need for a concert. Mind you, the time, days and days are like passing here. So like they're trying to create a music festival for over 1 million people in a limited time period. Like, that's never a good idea. And like
This whole thing is just a calamity.
there was literally like a live timer going off until like the event started. Like, people were counting down the days. There were countdowns.
Chaos.
I'm trying to remember
Absolute
exactly
chaos
what the
demon.
day it was, but I think it was September. So I think it started in like June, July, August, September. I'm pretty sure they planned to storm it in September or November, December. It might have been within 5 months. I'll try and find that
I
information.
feel like it was September, but then did they end up postponing it?
I feel like, yeah, maybe they did, and then that was
I
later.
don't remember.
So, yeah, so they needed water and fencing, and they were trying to pull all these things together to make it work, considering that it was like in the middle of the desert and there was no other resources or facilities around.
This sounds exhausting.
And then it started getting like really bad rap because people were going, someone mentioned it, and then it kind of just kept going. It was like, it's going to be like Firefest. So, Firefest, do you remember Firefest? So basically, for those who don't know Firefest, it was this massive music festival this guy created. People paid a lot of money to go there. There were supposed to be these big glamping tents. All these people like flew in to go there, like celebrities, like influencers, and then people were staying there, and then they got there and it was so poorly organised that people had to fight and run to get a tent.
Wait, I feel like I
And
do
there was
remember
no
this.
water, people were
Was it
dehydrated.
like on an island or something?
Yeah, it was like, it was a shit show. He ended up going to jail, I'm pretty sure, for that, because it was like fraud as well. Because people
Yeah.
like spent a lot of money to go there, and it was a fuck. It was a fuck up. So people were going to compare it to that, and now Matt's like, oh fuck, am I going to end up in like the whole reason he turned it into a music festival was to stop himself from going to prison for people getting shot, but now he's like, oh my god, that guy from Firefest, he went to prison. So now he's like, well, wherever I go, I feel like it's going to happen to me, so I'm going to end up in prison. Like, how do I stop this?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then the town members, they were really starting to fight because, you know, the local hotel owner, she was going to make money. That was about all. Like, everybody else was not happy about it. So they were contacting the commissioners around and like asking for them to take action and like help like protect our town. So a town meeting was called and the commissioners got together and they chose to allow the permit for the event.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know if they just thought it was like good publicity or something, or they thought like everyone's going to show up, so we might as well do the permit and get it done properly so that people are safe. I think they were worried that it was going to happen either way, even if they declined the permit. But yeah, they just thought they couldn't stop it. We might as well make the space safer, I'm pretty sure. So now the hotel owner, she started freaking out. I think her name was Connie because...
Connie and Donnie.
Yeah, Connie and Donnie. She felt like she was the only one working on this event, and she was trying to communicate with Donnie and Matthew, right? So Donnie was the guy helping Matthew say that we're going to make this happen, and then Connie was also helping. So they teamed up, they met up. And Connie was like, you know, I've got 500 people staying here, let's make this a music festival, let's make it really good. So she's the one that was getting the permit.
Did the kid meet up with them as well? I mean, what's his name, Michael or...
Matthew. I'm not quite sure if they just like met in person or over online, I can't remember. But there was like an agreement made that they'd work together on this event. But Connie was doing a lot of groundwork here, and every time she was trying to contact them, she wasn't like getting enough information back, and they were supposed to be organising like the stage, the light, like everything. Basically, like structure wise, and she was just trying to get like all the permits and everything done from where she could get it done. Anyways, and suddenly Connie's getting these bills for over $100,000 worth of bills, and she's like, why am I getting all these bills for like the stage and all this stuff? Because didn't we receive like all these sponsorships that we're going to pay for it? But apparently the sponsorship money was just MIA.
Suspect.
So this lady who's trying to help out is now getting like, she's in fucking debt. She doesn't have hundreds of thousands of dollars. She's a little bit sketchy as well. Like, everyone in this situation a little bit sketchy. Anyways, out of the blue, this other guy pops up. Frank DiMaggio. Now, nobody really knows who Frank DiMaggio is or what he does, but like online he's seen with a lot of different celebrities, a lot of different opinions about him. People are like, yeah, we fucking love him. People like don't have good opinions about him. His name's Frank DiMaggio. Like, he's just this random guy who just apparently has a lot of contacts and is just like networked with a lot of people. He jumps on and offers to help. So yeah, he jumps on board and he's like, you know, I'm going to help, but my investors want more information on the event, on what's already been paid for, what needs to be paid for. They're looking, you know, they just want more information. So he wants to meet up with them. Now Donnie, the guy at the start, he said he's going to help run this event, is like, nah, fuck this. I actually don't think it's going to end very well, and yeah, this is my sign to kind of ditch out. So he just ditches out of the situation, but Frank DiMaggio is there. So he organised a meeting for Connie and Matt and Frank to all catch up. Now, everybody just starts fighting because Matt hasn't organised anything. Like, nothing at all. Connie thought that everything had already been ordered and booked. I mean, she's got thousands of dollars worth of bills for the stage and stuff. She thought all the acts were done. Matt hadn't organised anything. And then Frank DiMaggio, this random guy, has come on board. He's asking for all of her financial information because the investors want to know about her finances. And she's just like, nah. Why the fuck do you want to know about my finances? So she's like, no, I don't trust this guy. I don't know what's going on here.
She's like just getting scammed.
Yeah, she was kind of like sketchy, but now she's kind of like getting scammed, right? And this Frank guy is like, well, nah, fuck you. Like, this is a shit show. You know, I was going to support it. And oh my god, it's gonna be. And he's just like, yeah, nah, don't trust Connie. So he's getting into Matt's ear now, and he's telling Matt to do, and he's going, all right, I don't think you should do this with Connie anymore. And Matt's,
Why would you want to step in and take over when there's like nothing organized? It just sounds stressful, man.
yeah, well, you'll soon learn. He had another idea. So Connie is waiting for Matt to get back to her to be like, don't worry, we're still going ahead with this. I've organized all this stuff. But that ain't going to happen. Connie's kind of getting ghosted in this situation now.
She's
Now-
getting ghosted and she's got bills.
Yeah.
Oh,
So she's trying to figure out.
I feel bad for her.
So now Matt's like, do I work with like Connie and support Connie, or do I want Frank's help and do what Frank's telling me? And you know, Frank's the one that's physically next to him and is like hanging out, spending more time with him, kind of getting in his ear. And now Connie is at home watching the morning show. The next morning, she hasn't heard back she's waiting to hear back from Matt, and she's kind of been ghosted. And suddenly she looks up the news, and Matt and Frank DiMaggio are on TV in front of her. And she's like, what's going on? Matt looks pretty like stressed and nervous on TV. People are asking like, what's happening with the event? Like, it's so close. What have you organized? And he's just being really vague. He's like, yeah, like, I don't really know what's 100% know what's happening. But yeah, like, we're going to get back to you. Like, we're going to get back to
I
people
feel like
this
I
night.
remember this.
Like,
on
he's
the
just being so
TV.
vague, and people are like, what? Now, Frank's plan, I think, all along was to commandeer this, because he's telling Matt, let's redirect all those millions of people that are going there and tell them to come to Las Vegas and run an event as if like a Bud Light show with their sponsorship, and run like a alien stock from Vegas, from a facility
Right.
there. So I think that was his plan, is to get, I don't know if he owned a club or a facility or if he was going to get proceedings from it, but he was like, let's bring the 1 million people to a safe space in Las Vegas where they've got the facilities, where they've got the accommodation, make a shit ton of money from it. I think that's what his thoughts were. So now Connie, who has just written thousands of dollars worth of checks to start paying off all the festival bills out of her pocket, because she's got, you know, people calling
How
her.
did they get her like
Is-
bank details in the first place for like to
Uh,
buy all
like,
this stuff?
I don't know if they just sent her bills. I don't know. And then
Right, like an
put her
invoice.
name and stuff on everything.
Yeah, okay.
Because she has to pay them for some reason. Like, they're not paying them. So she starts paying. She's devastated because she's just written hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not hundreds of thousands. I don't know if she's like, I think she's just written thousands of dollars of bills for like smaller things that she was willing to help with. And then she's literally looking up on TV and they're being like, yeah, so the event isn't really happening anymore at Rachel, Nevada. And she's just like, what have I been organizing for? Like, he didn't tell her in person. She found it online, like over the news.
And all the time and effort she would have put into that too.
And now they're sending
Getting
her,
the permit.
they're sending her cease and desist letters to, like, I don't know if they're just like to tell her to shut up or stop the event or something. So now Connie's pissed. She's trying to
Cease
sue
and
Frank.
desist. I'm pretty sure that means you can't
Like, stop.
speak.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure. And now so Connie's trying to sue Frank. So it's just like all this shit's going on, right? So in my opinion, I feel like there are a lot of things that Matt could have done to like prevent it from escalating.
God, you would not like Matt if you were Connie.
But you're days away from the event now. Like, days away. He's ultimately fucked like multiple people over. And then
Connie's bank account.
Well, yeah. And then people are like getting all this vague messaging of what's going on in the news. People being comparing it to Firefest. The event's been changed. So
Oh my god, I'm like remembering little bits of how this was a massive thing.
I know, like it was all coming back to me as I was watching it.
Mm.
And there's like people online saying, don't go, like it's gonna be a shit show, just don't go. There's other people saying we should just go anyways. People saying, no, don't go, it's been cancelled. Other people are like, let's just rave. People are like, let's just storm. Like there's still enough of us to storm it. Like everyone's just saying kind of different things. People were like, yeah, I'm willing to go. Like, I'm willing to survive the desert. I'm willing to fight the military. And then the military were preparing. They were like preparing to use deadly force. So just think about like the military's time and money that's already gone into this. By the way, the town people are starting to prepare now because it's days out. They're like getting solar lights. They're marking roads. They're like Connie is she still thinks people are coming. She doesn't know what's going to happen, but she's also already paid for half of this shit. So she's like, well, I'm just going to set it up anyways. So, she's building stages with the help of people. There's already been people that are paid to come and help, like ambulance, like security, like stage setup, like staff. So people are just setting up this festival anyways, which looks reasonably small at this point. But yeah, emergency services were arriving, law enforcement and SWAT were preparing.
This is insane. I actually want to watch this.
Yeah, because they were worried like if people don't go to Las Vegas instead, are they still going to come here? So the like law enforcement emergency, they were literally lining up on the roads and like waiting for the people to come through and trying to like regulate traffic and stuff because people were still committed to going. And there are like, yeah, there's a small amount of people who are just like, this one guy was intercepted with like a truck in the back of his tray was just lined with firearms, like weapons, guns, all in the back of his tray.
That's
That-
America for you.
Got it intercepted though, luckily.
That's crazy.
Yeah, people were like live streaming. They got there, driving there, like everyone was like documenting their experience.
Yeah,
A
I'd
lot of
definitely
people-
watch someone live
A lot of
streaming.
people like were going, like YouTubers and stuff were going and like filming it. And people like slap those cheeks, slap them cheeks, like had like signs and like stuff.
Slap them alien cheeks.
Slap them cheeks, yeah. Basically, only a few hundred people actually showed up. The event came. People were kind of just like taking the piss. So there weren't that many people there. They were kind of live streaming. The event was supposed to start at 3 a.m., mind you, but people were getting there at the daylight and it was just like live streaming with just people randomly walking around. People were like stoned. People were just like super random. Like there were people like dressed up as aliens. They were like
That would be
people of
funny.
all varieties of there, like a lot of alternative people, I may say.
I feel like I would go there and just dress up as an alien.
And that's pretty much nearly the end. So yeah, there was almost more news than there was actually participants. It's like because all the news wanted to record what was happening, so all the participants were just getting like interviewed after interviewed by all the news outlets. Like they're like, yeah, like people were like, yeah, like, I am an alien. Like there was so many just like different kind of people.
Oh my god, I want to see
the,
those.
the town people were just watching this like they were fucking like I literally think it said in the documentary people were watching us like zoo animals because there were just like 100 200 couple hundred people showed up to this random ass event and yeah like chanting things like clap them cheeks and like all dressed up weird and
What the hell?
the military were extremely happy but extremely disappointed that they had spent so much money and time preparing for it. I can't remember the exact number of money that they spent, like getting prepared for this, but it was a lot. It was like a big task force, and only a couple hundred people showed up, and all of them were basically harmless, like just kind of treating it like a bit of like a bush doof.
Is it like, do they pay taxes over in America? Like, is it taxes that are paying for all of this?
I don't know, probably if it's like Australia. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the government paying
Like,
for
where
it.
are they getting
assume
the government's getting the money to pay for all this?
So
Like,
I guess you're the people paying for it.
oh,
But yeah.
this Matthew guy. Oh my god.
They were just and like it went to the next day. People were just like dancing and vibing. It was basically just a bunch of weirdos having like a party in the middle of the desert. The Las Vegas party was pretty big, so 10,000 people attended that.
Oh shit.
But still, like, and that was like a big DJ type event. Like, still not millions of people. So
But
there
I feel
was-
like people would have gone to that as well because it's more like a festival vibe.
Yeah.
Like,
it was more like a club event.
yeah.
In Las Vegas. But I think really all I can say, like the prerogative of this story was like the main thing is that like no aliens were rescued.
Do they need rescuing? Are they there? So no one stormed it.
No one stormed it.
Got no answers.
Got
just,
no
just
answer.
dramas.
No aliens were just and like I think the pure victims of this situation. Obviously, Connie was a bit of a victim. Obviously, the military kind of got conned a bit.
Mm.
But like the pure victims were the aliens. because they were just like made into laughing stock. They were like absolutely sexualized, and like none of them got rescued at all. Like they were probably like, we're gonna be free, they're nearly here, and then they just like get intel, like clap them cheeks, it's Naruto
just
run,
see these people
get the
running.
Kyles
They're
and
like,
the Karens.
what is this?
And then yeah,
who are these beings? What are they here for?
uh,
The strange creatures running around.
yeah, that is all I have for that story. So
It's just an interesting, so interesting when you think about the effect of just one post,
100%.
and also just it's just an interesting thing to imagine all those random people there,
But even like the
like just the way that
Oh,
we
yeah.
as people and
interact
work.
like socially,
Oh,
and the fact that people like were literally like willing to die to storm it, the people that like they were gonna bring weapons,
I feel like you could like
The way that-
study the way that we all act as
reacted.
humans.
Oh my
and,
god,
yeah.
it was a massive social experiment,
Yeah.
honestly. And like the military, what do? Like that guy who, you know, was a task force leader and said we have to take action on this. They spent so much money and so much time and energy on something that was not a risk at all. But if they didn't do that,
And
like,
it was a risk.
and 2
Yeah.
million people showed up to storm, you know what I mean? Like, how do you prepare for that?
It's so
How
good
does
that
like
they
one
didn't, 'cause I
post on
feel like-
Facebook
Yeah.
cause such a massive reaction, cost so many people time and money, and
I feel like there would have been so much like problems if the people did come up, even if they had prepared for it. I don't think they would have prepared enough if so many people came. Like not enough water. Like
Yeah.
people would just be dehydrated.
Yeah.
Like just around that many, a lot of people. It's just not safe either.
no, not at all. Like, yeah,
And the firearms over in America, like I would not want to go there just in case someone just had fucking too many drugs.
it was like, yeah,
And
let's storm, and
just
then suddenly there's
alien
fucking
cheek popped
shooting
out
happening.
and just
I mean, I think there's a lot of snipers around there, so like I'm sure if there was one person that pulled out a gun, it would just be like sniped.
What the hell? It just makes me really curious though. It's like, what is in Area 51?
Well, I remember at the
what the
time
hell
like
is
googling
it?
it. Well, they say it's just it's an air base where they test out all of the new like planes and air machinery, I guess.
Do you know there's apparently one in Australia too?
Yeah,
an
I heard
American
about
one?
that. Just
I think
crazy.
I told you about it. People
Just
try to sneak in Australians.
Yeah. So it's like people say, but it's like very highly barricaded because they're worried that other countries and like people will get intel of it. Because I guess if other countries know what America is using to defend or fight with, then they know how to attack that on a different level.
I think it's
But-
a satellite thing as well because they can only reach so many satellites or something. But if they're in Australia, then they can reach the rest. I don't know. I
Okay.
watched something. It could be completely wrong. I can't remember. But yeah,
It's crazy. So yeah, I don't know. It's super sus though. Like, but you don't want to risk it. Like, there's signs everywhere. You literally drive, you get pulled over. People will they'll drive down and tell you to turn around, or they'll shoot you. Basically, like tourists have been caught there, like in kind of sketchy situations, but they're literally snipers up there, just waiting for people. So like, it's a very heavily defended, and the people that are defending it have been taught to defend it
Mm.
with like
Did you see that thing that I sent you? I think I did send you that YouTube video of those kids in America. I mean, going to their base in Australia.
I feel like maybe. Yeah, I feel like you did.
You should watch it. So I was just thinking about it. Like, I think that they tried to sneak in and then they went to Central Australia or something.
Yeah.
And tried to fly back home, wherever it was, and like the police tried to stop them. And yeah, it's full on.
That's crazy. We'll have to watch that now. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
So the aliens were sexualized and laughed at. They were mocked.
And they didn't get rescued.
And Connie has to pay.
I don't know what happened to Connie.
Oh,
With these people, a part of me was like, you were selfish enough to think that there was something in it for you, that you took this on to a certain degree and level, and then it just turned around. Because Connie, for the firstly, you accepted 500 people on your camping site. That's a lot of people. When you've got a 10 room, like, were the conditions of that you had to have your own toilets and stuff? Because I know in Australia there's a lot of certain conditions that you have to meet if you go to like a paid camping facility, if you're bringing just like a camper trailer or a camper or a tent.
Yeah, so bathrooms
Yeah,
and
so like,
toilets.
firstly, that's an issue, and also if you're running a restaurant, how are you going to feed 500 people in a night originally? And then you've capitalized off this, and you're like, yes, let's make it a music event, but you've got this teen kid or this young adult who just has no idea what's going on, who I really feel like should have just cancelled it when it started to progress.
Someone should have stepped up for him and gone, this needs to stop. Or stepped up and gone,
I'm sure
what
people
can we
told,
do to make money from you? Like, this idea.
yeah, people really capitalized off it when they should have just been like, how can we shut this down?
Money over safety.
Yeah, it
Crazy.
does things to people. So yeah, I feel like it was just a bit of a shit show. But yeah, I just thought it was really funny, and it was a bit of a
That was
throwback.
very
I was like, I can
interesting.
remember on Facebook being like 12 days till
I know, that's
Alien
why I kind of want to
stock.
watch it just a little bit. Like, I feel like I know the whole story now, but I just want to watch it because I want to see if anything like a poster or anything
Yeah. Wait, what?
reminds
Trainwreck.
me.
So go watch if you want like more. I basically got all my information from that documentary. So if you want to like see the visuals or want to like see it for yourself, or basically hear what I've heard in more said in more detail, go check out that episode of Trainwreck. But yeah,
That was very interesting.
I just thought it was really random, but I was just like, I
No.
can't believe I forgot about
It was
this.
so actually a very intriguing story. Like, the drama of it, crazy.
Crazy.
It gave me kind of like normal gossip vibes. You know, like that podcast.
Oh, I watched that. Is it good?
Normal gossip. It's, you showed me it. That's why you showed me it.
Oh yes,
It's
yes.
like they just tell
yes,
a
yes,
story,
yes,
but like
yes.
it's just like some
Oh my
crazy
God, I haven't
dramatic
listened to that
story.
for ages. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot that is good. That is a really good podcast.
And you end up just listening to the most rarest story, and it was like, wow, that was actually interesting.
That's all I have to say on Alien Stock.
So
That's on that.
comment if you remember this happening, or if you actually were interested in going or anything like that. Like,
Were you one of those people that said you were going even though you had no intention of going?
I feel like I would have clicked it.
Yeah,
Like,
I think I would have said I was going. I think I was part of the problem.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening, guys. And
see you again soon.
But yeah, we hope you liked this episode.
Comment if you like have any ideas or specific topics that you want us to discuss, because we're gonna talk about random things.
Yes.
Well, that's on that.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Peace out.